Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Battle Pass explanation video. This is your guy, Party Petey. We're here to talk about what do we got in this next Battle Pass for the season. It's finally arrived after waiting almost a whole day, and we've got your Battle Pass lined up here and ready to go. Here's our nice big screen as we usually have, but let's go ahead and jump this bad boy into a quick run. As always, I like to make these videos a lot quicker, so then you can get on with your day and you can get into the stuff that is the wonderful Battle Pass that we have every year. So as always, we have our reward log on the bottom here. Those of you who will be watching videos later in the day, which another video will come out shortly afterwards, where we will see our big set of stuff going on there. So we'll have a bunch of unboxing videos. You'll see eventually that we'll have that. We have some more cosmetic things you could use in the game. The big one being the trusty shovel. From what I saw, you can use your trusty shovel to unearth special treasures off the map, like battle points or the extremely custom rare Roshan. Now, I haven't checked if you're able to or not, but last time something like this came along, we were able to go to the shard market and buy the extra parts, but it looks like it's not here this time. I don't think they're going to do it again, since you can get the courier off of it for this year. But like we said, all of our nice bonus stuff down here, it looks like we have, you know, all the monkey consumable charges for other things. So this one is the little guy flings filth so that you don't have to. The war drums, which is just either way you get to bang on some drums, and the sky snake consumable, which is everyone's favorite party decoration. A lot of custom couriers as well, or custom cursors, as well as a mouse courier, you know what I mean. A mouse, as well as all of our custom animations, as we usually do. We have our daily challenge. It resets the second you log on, from what I understand. So right now, we're at 21 hours and 55 minutes to play and win a game with Slardar. The thing is blurry on my side too, so don't be freaking out. And you know, here's our weekly get 1,000 last hits. The biggest and newest thing that I want to talk about is the coaching score. Now at this point, you can actually raise up a score to become like a really awesome coach. As you can see here, you can have an MMR for your coaching capability. Now, I imagine it's going to be very farmable very quickly. You can coach with your friends. You can't really coach as a random person. So you can coach your team, and that's obviously the only way you'd end up doing. You can move up the ranks and complete achievements to earn points, which, if you know me, I will get those 15,000 points. That's 15 levels. That's pretty important. So that's the biggest, newest thing that we have in this Battle Pass, so keep your eyes open for that. Always just ask your friends if you can just coach for the heck of it, and if they're a good coach, you'll get the votes. So if you're not, then tell them that you're not your friend anymore, and we'll move on from there. As we see here, the last time we had the expedition from the last Battle Pass, we do all these heroes that are based on specific zones and so on and so forth, and have them move up to all the sets in particular. So this time around, we have a very nice Fen set called the Relics of the Lost Vigil. Very nice overall set. We can look at the Pathfinder lineup, and it basically gives everything a nice prismatic view of the... well, actually, it didn't let me do that, so... Oh, here we go. We'll see the nice prismatic version. It's more armored, it gives you more color, and so on and so forth from the Lost Vigil. We can look at the Ursa one as well. This one is called the Kin of the Sangstrath Fold. And as we look here, no doubt it's going to be all... Ooh, it's actually a completely different thing than I expected. Just makes them look more arboreal. And then we have Dizzle Dazzle with the Delights of the Pentula, or Petaluna. And then it basically makes him look like a moth. So we have our big lineup again. It looks like there's some extra things that you can run to over here with like these tombstones or these totems that you can go to for the totems. There's a total of 51 standards all over the map, as well as Dota Plus shards. If you don't have Dota Plus, it'll actually just go into your inventory, and when you get Dota Plus, you'll have those shards applied to your account. Same thing with the battle points as well. There's 9 of those big boys floating around. Here's our achievement line. It's 42 achievements. Depending on how the week goes, they might add more, they might add less, and who knows. There's also Fill Your Party now. They want you to try and play with at least 1 or 5 extra people. And then there's this one where it's just play 50 matches when you find other people with the Party Finder. And you get high five, which is a big new thing. So, always make sure to give your players a high five. Make sure you go to the chat wheel to put that in, because it is emote specific clicks. Then we go to our rewards page. So here's where we were talking about the all the jungle expeditions for this time around, and as well as the battle pass levels going from there. Here we can see all the treasures that'll be out of the Immortal box when we get to it, as well as the next two. No doubt, please expect the collector's cache, as well as, I believe, the what's the other one that comes out? The casks, which has like all the caster based stuff in there. Like, I advise heavily, guys, to invest in that caster thing, because it helps casters out a lot that are trying to get out there and get their hands with some extra money. So yeah, make sure to buy those treasure troves, as we call them, with your casters' favorite signatures on them, because they're good friends and they're all awesome. So yeah, so here's our Battle Pass rewards. We see all the fancy stuff, level 2000, as we always will go for. We will go for the nice Roshan icon on our dealio. And then here is our Roshan for this compendium package. I'm not too hype about the honey hands, but everything else I think is really nice about the color and prismatic effect of the hero. Here's our trophies that we'll have. They'll tell us about all the stuff that we are going to go on through and move on from there. Screw you, Tato. I saw that message. The next thing, as you can see, is the money slowly going up now that the Battle Pass has been purchased. If we reach the 2018 marker, we will have 10,000 points. If we reach the new marker, being 30 mil, we will have another 10,000 points. Now, this is probably going to be the year where we will probably not reach last year's count. Dota 2 has been in a very small and hard scenario right now. It's just in a very hard economic place. So Dota 2 has been suffering quite a bit from the lack of players and so on and so forth that have brought from the game its previous action and so on. But, you know, with that being said, it'll be at the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Shanghai, China, like discussed when we had the first video back in last TI, August 20th through 25th, 2019. Probably won't see me there unless there's just some glorious thing that happens and I manage to get there somehow. So keep praying, because, you know, I want to go there, but, you know, never been to Shanghai before, and, you know, all the Chinese drama. But that's not the Battle Pass. Going on with that, we will have the player cards again. If you go for the 2000 Battle Pass, you can expect to have 500 of these player packs like I did last year. China's not going to let that stand. That sounds like China. We go to the fantasy once again. So these bad boys, depending on what you go for, will earn you score. Actually, it says basically right here. So you can drop in your player card packs, put them in, and make 2 cores, play off lane, so on and so forth. And you can earn battle points, which will get you through your score fantasy, much like the last time. And then, you know, everyone's favorite is the favorite team. Now, in this scenario, the sprays look a lot more detailed in comparison to where it was just kind of on there. And the fan counter is now actually active in comparison to how before we just had the little badges, if anybody remembers those. Actually, we can go to my inventory and I could talk about them. The spectator badges, these guys. The team pennants, basically. These used to be the counters. These will basically be worthless now. The counters do nothing now, because this is the fan counter now. So, those little pennants do literally nothing now, except for stack up your spectator gems. As always, we have the invites, which teams will be invited through the DPC score base. We'll have the talent as well, which will be added around the same time. The All-Stars, hopefully, will be better than last year's. Predictions will come out by the time we get the player cards, and the bracket will come out by the time we get the player cards. But that is just about it for the Battle Pass explanation for the 2019 Battle Pass. So, for those of you who don't quite understand, we still have the tipping. You get 10 tips a day. This, from what I understand, does not take from your... It doesn't take from your dealio, but after a little while, you'll get to the point where you could tip 100 or 200. Knowing me, I'll get to the 200 pretty quickly. Tipping will not cost your own battle points, so try to spend all of them as you can. In comparison to 2 TIs ago, at the last Battle Pass, it did take from your personal bank, basically. As well as the wagering your battle tokens, as well, is pretty much the same. So you can view the points log as well, where you can see all the points you've bought. As I've not bought any points, we have no idea what's going on there just quite yet. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you watching the video on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed. We'll be right back with some more Dota 2 unboxings. But for now, for those of you on Twitch, stay tuned, because we're going to hit claim on all these items, and then we'll get the unboxing portion of this video ready. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, ladies and gents. We'll see you for the next video. Hey, boys and girls, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to stick around. We'll have more stuff like this in the future. And for those of you who might have been watching, if this is a Dota video, then yeah, we'll have a lot more Dota in the future. But thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time for some more video gaming action. It's Party PD, signing off.